Morning, this is Brian. Today is Sunday, February 28th, 2021. I'm in the San Bernardino Mountains, San Bernardino National Forest. I'm along Highway 18. This heads down towards Lucerne Valley, and this way heads back up towards Big Bear. I'd say I'm probably about an elevation of 6,300 feet. Mile marker was at 60-42, and looks like it's going to be time for one of my cross-country hikes today. Now, trying to go to these two peaks over here, which are about 6,300 feet above sea level. So I'm trying to see, how we can make this happen today. I'm in the mood for social distancing hikes. Not in the mood to be around a lot of people today. Not a bad mood. I just want to do one of my cross-country adventures. Well, today looks like a good day for it. It's a chilly start here. Probably warm up into the 50s later on, I would assume. Maybe upper 40s. So what I'm trying to do, again, is get to those two peaks over there, and I'm going to be doing it via a completely off-trail route. Looks like this area gets a lot of party people, a lot of trash around here. It's really close to Highway 18, of course, so I guess that's to be expected, unfortunately. But it's my first pinyon-juniper hike of 2021, so I'm really glad to be out here. So those peaks over there are about 6,300 feet above sea level. I think the one, I'm not sure, one of them I think is 6323. Peak 6323. It's one of those two. One of them's about 6,300. And the other one's on the topo map is 6323, I believe. So what I'm doing is I'm hiking down this way, trying to see what the situation's going to be like. Pieces of sleds down here. Gosh, people need to clean up after themselves when they come here. It's disgusting. So it's nice to be back in my pinyon pine woodland, my single leaf pinions over here, and Joshua trees. In this area, they're regularly found well above 6,000 feet. Some of the highest Joshua trees I've ever seen, well, actually the highest Joshua trees I've ever seen are in this general location. I've seen them as high as near 7,100 feet over on northwestern part of Nelson Ridge. So basically what I'm doing is kind of just ambling my way around the shrubs so as to not have to bushwhack as much. So right now I'm hiking downhill. So it'll be a little bit of uphill on the way back, but this isn't really steep. And anyways, gives me a nice little sense of adventure for today. Really not sure what I was going to want to get into today, but I wanted to get at least a spotlight on trees video in, which I did over by the bottom of the lower the elevations, like around 3,200 feet on Highway 330. Leads up from Redlands to Running Springs. Did a video on Knobcomb Pines over there. And now I want to get into a little off-trail hiking. Trying to see what the best way to get over to that flat area is. Looks like there might be some old mine activity over there. So I don't know. Really don't want to be trespassing This will definitely make an interesting hike. It's on the way back. It might be a little challenging to aim directly for the turnout where I parked. So there's a chance I might end up somewhere on another side of Highway, on another slightly different portion of Highway 18 on the way back. It's no big deal. Just gonna have to be careful with all the cars and stuff. So yeah, there are two of the peaks over there. They're about 6,300 feet. It looks like there's some kind of a mine down here. Like I said, I don't want to get onto somebody's mine claim or anything. So I want to see if I can bypass it. Until it's been a very dry winter here in Southern California. I know these pinyon pines will be able to handle it. But I'm worried about the sugar and ponderosa pines and white firs higher up in the lusher parts of these mountains. There's still a fair amount of snow on the north-facing slopes. There's still quite a bit of snow, but not as much as it should be this time of year. Getting closer to spring. The runoff will be very weak this year. It's a beautiful area. Got a nice little flat spot here. Antelope brush, Persea tridentata variety glandulosa. I believe we got Cylindropuntia acanthocarpa, I think is the name of this one, this cholla. I think this is Cylindropuntia acanthocarpa. I think. I'll put the name up. And then, of course, the beautiful, venerable monarch of the Joshua Tree National Park, of course. I misspoke. I meant to say the monarch of the Mojave Desert. That's what I meant to say. So we are in a transition between the yellow pine forest, you know, the Jeffrey and ponderosa and all the other tall goodies, and of course the desert. So here, this is more single-leaf pinyon woodland. With a lot of Joshua tree here. Nice specimens too. They don't get extremely large around here. And we got desert almond here. Perunus fasciculata, variety fasciculata. It's in his winter dormant phase, of course. It's a nice chilly day up here. The air is really nice and crisp. But yeah, I see looks like a dirt road over here. Yeah, there's a dirt road. Okay. Probably a big 4x4 road. Alright. So this might be Smart's Ranch Road. I think this is Smart's Ranch Road right here. So one time I did, now I'm not talking about that big peak back there, that Silver Peak. I've done that one a couple years ago, but there's a smaller there's a smaller ridge in front of it. That's where peak 6338 is. And I did that one last April. That was my first decent hike of 2020. And I climbed up that. The turnout for that's just a little further down the road. But I already done that one, so I wanted to get into something a little different today. And I wanted to climb up to these peaks over here. This looks like some type of a mine dip over here. I'll tell you one thing, it's incredible out here. Gorgeous, beautiful scenery out here. Nice to be out here with the pinyons and stuff. Yeah, see, this is fenced off. It's probably a mine claim. Limited, yeah, see, it says limited use area. So they don't want people biking over here. Even using bicycles. Let's see what this sign says here. My aim, again, is go up that. Oh, it's just another sign of the same thing. They just don't want people going off-road and stuff here. Alright, well, let's go ahead and start scrambling up that. Oh, I think we got a scrub jay. You know, western scrub jays over there in that shrub. Looks like a flannel bush. Yeah, I think those are scrub jays. Sometimes you'll see those here in Southern California. It's beautiful out here. This is the closest thing to desert I've seen in a while. It's my first time this year above 6,000 feet in 2021. Previously, the highest I've been was barely at 5,000 feet in my Iron Mountain number 3 video. Iron Mountain number 3 meaning it's the third Iron Mountain in the San Gabriels in order of elevation. Iron Mountain number 1 being the 8,007 foot peak near Heaton Flats. And Iron Mountain number 2 being out there near Condor Peak. So, get a nice, beautiful high desert vibe over here. We're getting close to the elevational limit of Mojave Yucca right here, Yucca Skidegara. Seeing these as high as probably about 65, maybe 65, 6,600 feet. Usually I haven't seen it really much above that. Mojave Yucca is such an interesting plant. You see it in a really hot, dry desert. Then you see it up here above 6,000 feet in the mountains. And then you see it right by the ocean. And then it looks like we got I think this is a Kinocerius mojavensis, I believe. Beautiful granite rock up here. This looks like this would be a really interesting hike, so I'm glad I'm taking it up. Tell you, cross-country travel is fun, but at the end of my day, I gotta aim for that area right there. My car should be parked in that area behind those pinyon pines, because I remember before it gets steep and loops up and goes around. So, wonder if I'll see any Utah juniper. I know I've seen Utah juniper down over that way near peak 6338. So I wouldn't be surprised to see it up here too. That'd be nice to see. I saw 1 or 2 junipers on the way over here, but they're kind of small and young and kind of hard to tell. I didn't really get too close to them. There's a lot of this cholla up here. I really think this is a Acanthocarpa. If I'm wrong, and you're a cactus and succulent expert or just a plant expert, drop a comment if I'm wrong. But of course, we also got brown spine prickly pear, also known as Mojave prickly pear, and that's this right here, and that's Opuntia fiacantha. It's pretty common in this area. And I think I've seen it as high as 8,000 feet. So it's a pretty high elevation prickly pear. So I'm basically just going to follow the ridge, I guess, to get up to the peak. I'm going to mark this as the end of clip number 1, and I'll see you on the next clip. See how far up I am by then.